Hello, everybody. We should be live. Let's take a look and see if the chat can post some hearts, some really cute hearts to let us know that you guys can hear us, maybe. While that happens, okay, I see us live. Awesome. So welcome to a very special edition of Lady Coding Happy Hour. We are the female developers of the Developer MVP group. Don't ask me how I got here. I am just here to support the rest of these lovely ladies today. My name is Maria Gabriela Ochoa Perez Waechter. I almost forgot my married name. That would have been funny. And my pronouns are she, her. And today I will be drinking my traditional super cheap, delicious wine. Paige, please introduce yourself next.
Sure. My name is Paige Duffey. I am a senior developer at Novant Health in North Carolina. That's it. So I guess Nia, you're up.
What are you drinking, Paige?
Paige, what are you drinking? Also, I forgot where I work. I work at Clear Sky now. Hello, I'm a senior developer over there.
Yeah, sorry, I thought we did the drink introduction separately. My bad. I don't drink a lot of alcohol, so I just have this lovely, what is it, cream soda? Thanks, cream soda.
So now
All right.
Nia.
I am a ServiceNow architect. My name is Nia Mikash. I'm a ServiceNow architect at the University of Toronto, Mississauga. I've been working on the platform since about 2016. My drink of choice today is this. It's No Boats on Sunday. It's a Canadian apple cider.
Oh, I love apple cider. And now, Ashley.
Hey guys, I'm Ashley Snyder. I'm a senior ServiceNow developer at Virginia Tech now. I'm based out of North Carolina as well. And today I am drinking, it's called Rainbow Wall by Athletic Brewing. And actually the profits from this go to supporting Athlete Ally, which is like a nonprofit that supports LGBTQ people in sports. So that's what I'm doing today.
That is awesome. Man, I wish I had a drink with a purpose. But other than just happy Pride Month, y'all. Ashley, do you want to introduce our topic for the day?
Yeah, for sure. And I can go ahead and start streaming as well. So what our topic today is, we're going to be making a developer MVP directory. You guys can see my screen, right?
We can. Let me make sure that the stream can.
All right.
Oh, we still have the overlay though, so we need, there we go. Thank you. You are ready to go.
All right, awesome. So what we want to do is basically we gathered information from our developer MVPs and we want to put them in a directory. We gathered, some fun facts from them and their bios and whatnot. We want to be able to show those off. And then at the end of this, we want to do like a game, like a survey, like, you've read the fun facts about the developer MVPs and now take this game. So kind of what we're looking at to kind of give you guys a visual before we start building is there's like a team contacts app or template in App Engine Studio. And in there, they did a really cool like card layout of your different contacts. Let me just open this up just so you guys can kind of see where we're trying to get. And it's not going to look exactly like this, but just so you guys can see. So we have like card contacts of the different people in there, and that's what we're going to be working towards today. So kind of what we want to do is set up an experience. We already kind of built our app, with App Engine Studio, and really it's just a table right now that we extended from SysUser, and we gave it our different fields that we wanted, and we loaded our data. So that's really our starting point. We've done nothing else in this app so far. And what we're going to be doing is just building kind of like a portal experience from scratch. We're not going to be using the one that you can preload in App Engine Studio. And hopefully by the end of today, I don't think we're going to get, fully through this. There's a lot to do, and I don't want to go super fast because UI Builder is new. And I just don't want to blaze through this, to show what we're doing. Probably we're going to get to the landing page where we have all the card contacts and we're showing all our developers. And if we have time, we'll work on an information page. So basically, if you click on a card contact, it'll load more information about that developer on that page. And then, probably in another live coding happy hour, we're going to do that part and probably the game and the survey. So just so you guys can kind of see where we're going today.
Thank you so much, Ashley. As y'all can tell, we're going to have a really fun live coding happy hour. If you guys enjoy the lady coding happy hour today, though, make sure that you leave us a like, subscribe, a thumbs up, and all that cool YouTube stuff. And tell Brad and Chuck and all of them over at ServiceNow that you prefer our lovely faces more than theirs. Oh, they're gonna never let me back on here.
I was about to say we're never getting invited back. None of us.
So we're gonna get started, Ashley.
All right, let's do this. So like I said, we have our table, we have our data, got it up here. We sent it from SysUser because there were some fields we wanted to use, like name and photo and whatnot. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually create an experience. And like I said, I'm not going to go into App Engine Studio and do this because I don't want like the portal layout. But I'm going to go ahead and pop it in here. So this is just a UX page registry. This is covered in another live coding happy hour previously. I think it was one of the first ones that Brad went through on how to create these. So definitely check that out if you need more of a deep dive. But I'm going to go ahead and just get started. You guys definitely tell me if I'm missing anything here. All right, so we're going to use a portal app shell. We're just going to give it a short and sweet path. It's called dev MVP. And then we need to create an admin panel.
Ashley, can you increase the font a little bit?
Yeah, you guys need me to zoom in. Hold on. Okay, is that better?
Okay, chat, how are we doing? Does that look good?
Looks good, thanks.
Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and create a new admin panel for this called Developer MVP Directory.
Oh no, the facade is broken. Now they don't know it's not a real takeover. They just heard Chuck. Oh no.
Cool. So we'll just leave all this that way for now.
So maybe someone has some clarification. I've never really kind of understood what the admin panel is on this. Can you?
What's an admin?
Well, I know what an admin is. But as I've created like 3 of these in test, and that's the one thing that's always kind of thrown me off is kind of what that admin panel really does.
Yeah. To me, like I see this home here. I don't know like 100% either. I know I'm supposed to create it, but it seems like it's like some basic configuration, like you're setting your landing page. I honestly don't know what these other things do. I'm not gonna lie, but I know you're supposed to create one.
Honestly, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, I know it's a little tricky because it doesn't like, normally you get your little mandatory symbols all over all the fields, and you don't really get that when you're creating it.
So let me go into the next thing. So what we need to do, I'm gonna go ahead and give it like a header. And I'm not even going to play games with you guys. Like the easiest way to do this, what I did was I did create a portal experience from App Engine Studio and preload all this stuff. So I can just go in and grab it and kind of configure it. So here's like the JSON for their header. You know, it was like 2 clicks in 5 minutes, and now I have it, and I can go back to mine and pop it in there. So we're going to name it Chrome header. If I can spell today.
We're gonna name it Chrome header. Now, good news though, in the chat, we have a brand new viewer. His name is Brad to Ilton. And I've never seen that name before. And he says that he thinks the admin panel may be your experience definition. But then again, we don't know who that is, so that might not even make any sense.
Yeah, I'm still lost.
Welcome to the community, Brad. Happy to have you.
Let me go ahead and give it like a navigation menu too. Kind of like same thing. I just went into the portal one and kind of stripped out what I wanted and put it in here. And we're going to name this like play the developer MVP game. We can change that whenever, but so cool. So we kind of have like our app shell now, and now we can go into UI builder and start building our pages.
Oh, we have another new viewer, Chuck Tomasai. He corrected me. Apparently the name is Bard Tiltoon, and he has a question about how to become a ServiceNow developer. Mia, what is your experience with becoming a ServiceNow developer and architect?
This is the best platform I've ever worked on. I love the platform.
Now say it like you're not being held at gunpoint because they can't see your face.
It really is, though. I mean, you can create tables and applications really quickly. I used to be a full stack developer before this, and you'd have to code every single step of the way, and ServiceNow just saves so much time. I love it.
I'm going to interrupt y'all because I'm going to keep moving, but just so you know, I'm putting in a data set component. So I just created a new page called Home, and I put a container in there, and I'm just going to put in this data set component. And that's what's going to give us all those like really cool card views or list view as well. And we'll go ahead and give it like a title.
By all means, Ashley, please interrupt us. You're carrying the show. I'm just color commentary in the background.
And I just ask the questions nobody has answers for.
Yep.
Cool. So we're going to go ahead and just save this off for now. I just did some like basic config on it, like I hid the filter and default view to grid and whatever. So we're going to go ahead and save that off. Let's see. So next up, let's go ahead and start getting data into this, and then we'll kind of like worry about our other pages. So for the data set component, we need to set up a data resource, but we have to use an EVAM data resource from what I've read. This is good for like card views, something else. I don't remember. It's like if it's not a list, you can use it. But what's really cool about these, and there's a whole developer blog on this, is that you can get data from like multiple tables and sources, kind of like a database view, I guess, if you want to compare it to that, but not really. And kind of manipulate that and put it out into your component, if that makes sense. Don't quote me on that, but that's kind of how I understand it. But for what we're doing, we're only going to use one table, but this is what's going to pop that data into that, card view data set, whatever component. Let's name that developer MVP. I'll just do ascending, it's fine.
Yeah, if you're
and I noticed I'm in the wrong app.
Go for it. Sorry.
That's okay. It doesn't really, this isn't a PDI, so, but I'll just pop in for.
This is a PDI. We don't need no update sets. We don't need no app scopes. My husband just opened my second bottle of wine. We're going great.
You've already made it.
Trying to open that.
All right, cool. Now, go ahead.
Oh, I said you've already made it through one bottle?
Not really.
Chuck's got a question. What does EVAM stand for? Who remembers?
Entity view action mapping.
All right, Ashley.
That's all I know. I passed the test. Cool. So what we want to do next, got the definition set up. Now we need to create and link a data source. Awesome. And we'll just like name this developer MVP data source, whatever. And we're going to point it to that developer MVP table that we created. We can sort it by created. That's fine. Let's go ahead and submit that. Sweet. The next thing we want to do is go ahead and set up a config bundle for this. We have our data source, and now we're going to kind of start doing the mapping a little bit, kind of grabbing what we need. We'll just name it VCB, like view config bundle, just so we know what it's at, what it is. Cool. So now we're going to go in here and we have to create a view config underneath. Awesome. This is where we're going to grab like the fields from our table that we want. And then we'll get into doing the mapping to the component after that. I'm not going to set a condition on this, but you could. I mean, you could filter out data this way, but we just want to grab everything, so that's fine. We want photo name. I don't think it really matters what order we go in. So I'm just going to grab all of them. Cool. And I don't have any custom fields. I haven't used this. We're just going to use the fields that were on the table. Keep it simple. Cool. The next thing we want to do, we got two more things to do here. I'm going to go ahead and go to the view template. So this is where we're going to basically kind of map these fields to that kind of component view. So we'll go ahead and create a new one. And this is based off JSON as well. What's really nice is that ServiceNow kind of gives it to you. As an example, we do need to configure this the way we need it. And hopefully I don't mess up the brackets or anything, because I'm notorious for that. But we're going to go ahead and just paste this in and kind of change some of these things around. And give me just a second, because I got to figure out what our fields were named. I'm going to go ahead and clear that one out.
Oh, actually, it looks like because you shared the Firefox window, we can't see the pop-up screen that you might be working from.
Just you guys can't
up.
see that? Okay. Yeah. Let me just share my screen then. Hold on. Boop. Okay. And I don't know why it does that. Okay, can you guys see Chrome again?
Yep, we got it now.
Cool. All right.
The live stream, though. Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Sweet.
Oh, the live. There we go. Now we're back.
Can you see that pop up now?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Cool. All right. So I don't think I created that. I think I just cleared out of it. So let's go back into our view template. I'm gonna make this bigger so you guys can see it. I copied this JSON. So that's what I was talking about. It gives you this example that you can copy, and you can kind of change some of the mappings around to what you need. So we're going to go ahead and kind of take a look at some of these. We're not going to use everything. Honestly, I don't know what all these do. This is kind of one of the things that it's just like play around with it. delete things, add things in, change them. So let's change the image avatar.
And honestly, I think that's perfectly valid. A lot of the stuff that I do in ServiceNow, I just look at how they did it out of the box, copy, paste, and then adjust, break it for 3 hours. And then the 4th hour, I finally fix it and do something cool.
Yeah, a lot of it's just looking at kind of what's already out there and kind of using it, you know, just trial and error, but kind of having like a little bit of a guide. I don't think we're going to give it a subtitle. I don't think we need any of this right now, but we do want to map. So I kind of want to show, it looks like we have like 3 values that we can use in these the card component. So I want to show like a website, if we have one in there, social media, if we have one, and then the bio. So I think this goes up to just 3. I don't know. I'd have to look into like the developer site a little bit more on this component and see. But we're just going to kind of use what ServiceNow gave us. So let's just go with this and see what we get. Okay, cool. And the last thing we want to do here is create this declarative action. So basically we're kind of getting set up for when we click on the card for it to kind of, well, let me save this off first, for it to go where we want to go. Like it's sort of, so it knows to take an action. We do have to kind of set up another event for that in the UI builder as well, but this is just part of it. Okay. So we're going to name this like navigation, just keep it simple. And we're going to make it a UXF client action. So, you know, UXF, user experience framework. So anything you see UXF in front of something, it's going to apply to like the new version of UI Builder. ServiceNow already has one in there for us, which is great. So we're just going to reuse this navigation client action that ServiceNow put in. All right, cool guys. I think we have that set up. Now I think we have to link it. So I think we got that far on creating our EVAM definition and our data source. So let's go next. I think we have to go in here to our data resources and UI builder and create a new one. But we're going to reuse one, a global one that ServiceNow put in called EVAM data resource.
Hey, maybe we, there we go. Sorry.
No, you guys are good. Tell me if I'm missing something. Okay. So here's where we kind of specify that EVAM definition that we put in, that we just created. And cool. So we can kind of see, we are grabbing something because we can start seeing some of our data in that table from our developer MVP. So something's happening. Very cool. All right. And then I think now we just have to bind it to our component. Here we go. I think this is it. I didn't name it or anything. I guess I could. I mean, you probably should name these something that makes sense. You know, you can put it up here.
Oh, here's some awesome feedback from Corey. He's saying that the table that we're working off of right now was extended from sysuser, and it is just a general recommendation to, in your live production environments and in your actual applications, to not extend sysuser. Instead, make a different table that contains your fields plus a reference to sysuser if you need to tie your user record to a user of ServiceNow. He goes into further detail what's going on with that in the SNDev Slack LCHH channel. Thank you so much for that feedback. But luckily, ours
Yeah.
is just a fun app.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. This wasn't
can
like
break it.
totally best practice driven. It was how to get these fields without having to create everything. But thank you for that.
Sure.
Definitely want to use best practice when possible. So let's go ahead and open this. We got data coming in. Let's see what it looks like right now. Cool. I don't have my photos coming in though. I'll probably have to mess with that and see why, but we're getting somewhere. We do want to mess with the theme, but let's go back to the photos first and figure out why. Maybe I did the wrong field. I mean, this should be the out of the box one. Yeah, photo. Okay. Well, let's go back into our definition and see what's up. Okay, I'm grabbing it there. Y'all tell me what I'm doing wrong here. Okay.
So instead of photo under avatar URL, try avatar.
Okay, wait, hold on. Under image URL or avatar URL?
I'm trying to look here. Bear with me. Actually, try image URL.
Okay, I got it there.
In the mappings, do you have an image URL in your mappings?
I have this image type. Let me try.
So down under line 25 is where your mappings start. And so under, say, line 28, you might need an image URL.
Okay.
In addition to the avatar URL.
Let me try avatar URL right here. Let me just see what happens there, because it is showing an avatar, and I see a subtitle avatar URL. Sweet. Okay. Awesome. So it looks like we have the photos coming in. Probably want to clear whatever that is out. And it looks like if you don't have a website, it kind of puts the bio up there, or the third detail item. So it's not going to show everything, but we have a kind of like a preview. So right now, if we click this, it doesn't do anything. But that's okay. We'll get there. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I'm just wondering how to get that little other avatar off. If you guys know or think about it, let me know.
To everybody who is wondering if the screen is frozen, I think that Ashley has a separate screen right now that she's also using to reference other material, and she's trying to keep it less busy on the screen. But just to let you know, Ashley, people are wondering what you might be doing.
Can you not see
people
this?
Can't see an avatar?
Yeah, so you guys can't see this JSON?
We can see the JSON.
Okay, cool. So
perfect.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is figure out where this little guy's coming from and get it out of there. Because we have the big
Little
picture.
guy.
Yeah, the little avatar. Can you guys see that?
No.
Like underneath the name?
No.
No, I don't see a little avatar.
Oh. Can you guys see UI Builder right now?
No.
No,
I mean,
we can see
have
developer
one.
MVP in your
Okay.
Slack.
No, I was like, guys, like, all right, I have another tab up for UI Builder, and I was switching back and forth between tabs, and I thought you guys could see that.
No, we can't see it at all. That's so weird.
Okay, that guys, no, all right, I wasn't just talking to myself. So, okay. So I was trying to go into that JSON. Can you guys see UI Builder now? Because it loads in a new tab.
We're still seeing the
Nope.
same thing. We see a screen with like Slack on it and the developer instance.
Okay. Let me
Oh,
go
we
back
kept seeing
in.
your mouse every so often, so I thought we were fine. I was like, what's everybody talking about?
Okay, cool. Can you guys see it now?
We can see your view template JSON. That's what I'm seeing.
All right. Because when I had to pop out of Chrome because you guys couldn't see the pop-up, but I don't know if we have any more pop-ups. So let's try this now.
We see our pictures.
You can see this tab
We
now?
see our
Okay.
pictures.
Our lovely faces.
Okay.
So now we
See,
see
I'm
the
so
avatar
busy.
you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, what I was in was this JSON. I thought you guys could see it. I thought you guys could see me going back and forth.
No, I've no.
No.
I was paying so much more attention to all the chats that I have up that I was like, what are you guys talking about? I see avatar and the JSON right there. Of course we're seeing what she's seeing.
All right, cool. I don't feel crazy. I thought you guys saw me switching back and forth between tabs, but I guess you guys just saw this tab, so cool.
Yep. So some of us won something from K21, a little mug with ServiceNow and like whiskey balls, I think they're called, but they're square. I would like to give the whiskey balls a 0 out of 10 review real quick, because one of them just splashed all my wine in my face. And now I have wine all over my glasses and my shirt, so I'll be right back. Give me one moment.
All right, you're fine. I'm gonna kind of move on. So what I was talking about, sorry that you guys couldn't see this, was that now we have the photos. It's showing like our website, our social media, our bio. There's a little sub avatar down here that I want to get rid of. And that's what I was kind of staring at here for a second. You guys probably thought I was just going crazy. So I'm just trying to figure out, let's maybe clear out, I don't know, let's clear out subtitle icon. I hope it doesn't totally mess up everything. Let's see what's up.
If it does, that's what revert is for. So
Can you guys see this screen? I'm just so wary about tabs now. So, okay.
yeah, we
Yep,
can see
you're
it.
good.
Cool. That wasn't it. All right.
I love Phil Goes Deep in the chat just said, what's all this talk about a Jason guy in a lady coding happy hour?
All right, cool. This is it. It was like a subtitle image avatar or something like that. Something, you know, like I said, just play around with it to kind of get where you want to go. There is some like reference material out there, but it's just going to be some trial and error and looking at it.
Hey.
Okay, cool. So we got that far. Let's just go ahead and play around with like a theme. And it's like 6:10, so I don't know if we're going to get to the info page today. It'll probably be next time. But let's go ahead and create a theme for this. So, theme. Get the right theme. Here we go. And we're going to create a new one. There is a default theme that everything kind of defaults to. You can see it, and it will kind of just take over, but we're going to extend that and just change a few things. So let's see. I'm going to find my little website that kind of gives me a cheat sheet real quick on what these are. And some of you guys can see this.
We can see you Googling or using docs. That's legit.
Ooh.
I always end up Googling and end up on a community thread from 7 years ago with a half-baked answer. And then I cry.
Cool. So there's like a little cheat sheet. This isn't all of it, but you know, they kind of throw you some of the variable names out there that correlate to some of the main elements here. So we're just going to change some of those around. This is JSON as well.
That darn Jason guy.
Yeah. I already have some colors picked out. I did pre-plan a little bit for this, so. So that should be, I think, our buttons right there, that primary one, if I remember that article correctly. This now background color, you kind of have to dig for it. I think this is in the default theme, but this is what's going to control that header. So I think, you know, anything that says canvas to me, I'm thinking like sidebars, headers, things that aren't part of the page itself.
I remember the one time I tried to, when I first got into ServiceNow, I was so interested in making a custom theme for the backend. And I was just super excited and bright-eyed. And then I tried figuring out what the CSS elements were for everything, and I couldn't. Hashtag just SNDev moments.
I always find an existing theme and then copy it and change everything I want.
Oh yes, this was
yeah.
before I knew how to be a ServiceNow developer.
Oh yeah, I mean your primary skills are Googling and using what you've already got.
And asking your friends.
That one too.
Shout out to my homies, you know who you are.
We're going to give this a little logo. I've created a logo too. It's simple, but so what we're doing is creating a theme asset, attaching the logo and giving it a name, and we're putting it underneath theme asset. And I want this to be in the header. If I remember this correctly, it's position header logo. I think I typed quotes around that. Cool. All right, so cool. We have a few colors for a theme and a theme asset. I'm just going to save this and we are going to reload this and cross our fingers. Oh, nope. I know why that didn't work. So we created the theme. Now we have to link the theme just in the settings here for the experience. There's me messing up that scope. Don't do that, guys. Make sure you're in the right scope. Cool. But you can use themes in different scopes, I do believe. So that's nice. So you could create like a global theme, or, you know, I don't know, you created the theme in another app scope and you want to reuse it for this one. You can do that. Awesome. So let's go ahead and reload the page now. Yay. Okay, cool. I don't know if it picked up on that blue, but we can kind of look at that in a little bit. So I probably switched it. But anyway, you can kind of see our headers a different color, our logo's up there. We have our navigation here. This doesn't go anywhere, but we are going to work on that in a different live coding happy hour where we point it to like a survey or a game. Our buttons are kind of colored. And then what's to do next is to start linking all this stuff. Give me just a
This
sec.
looks amazing already.
Your tiny icon also disappeared.
Yes, I got rid of that. That was bothering me. I don't know why. I don't know why it's out of the box. I don't know. I guess they're just trying to show you everything. Now, let's see. Oh, I know why that green didn't change. So yeah, make sure you label your variable names correctly. And then it should work. Yay, so it's a different color of green.
Whoa.
Okay. Awesome.
Fun fact for those of you getting into portal or front end UX UI stuff, If you go into your, Patrick, I will tell you what to do. And so will Ashley. You will listen and then you'll say thank you. So if you go into your developer tools in your browser, F12, there's a little arrow in the very top left corner of it. And you can hover over elements on the page. So if you're ever stuck like that, trying to fix something on your page, you have no idea why your CSS isn't affecting it, try it out and see if you can affect it from the inspector. It's the only thing that has kept me sane while working and learning on the portal. You can go into, yes, and you can just code it in right there. And if it works, then you can try it in your own code.
Like, yeah. So you guys can already see, like, on this button, the canvas header is a little bit weird, but like on this button, you can see where it's getting its variable, and you can play around with that, and you know, without changing it if you want to temporarily. But yeah, for sure. I mean, just like anyone who's in the service portal, you're going to live out of here because you're going to need to figure out what things are.
Yeah, I've definitely lived off of DevTools, especially when trying to figure out what to call something so that I can change the CSS on it.
Yep, I will. I'll never get the hours back when I was trying to figure out responsive design and the padding, the matting and margins, the padding and margins around a the knowledge category widget.
There are some helpful community articles out there. I referenced one in my blog, but that really detail how to find things. And Chris Pearson put one out that was really helpful. He found a link to like all the default ServiceNow like hooks out there, like things you wouldn't find in the default theme for workspaces, or not workspaces, but experiences, anything in UI Builder. He put a link out there to that, and you can kind of reference that and go through that. So find that on community. Maybe we can post that in the YouTube comments, but that's like super helpful. Instead of like expecting everything.
People in the chat, help us find that link real quick. Whoever finds it first gets a fun little shout out. I'll say your name. So Ashley, before we start wrapping up, is there anything you want to close out on here, or can you scroll down and show everyone our beautiful faces?
Yeah, so this is what we did today. We got our landing page, and you know, we created this from scratch. We have our header, we have a navigation bar with a nice direct link here that we'll fill in later. And then we put a data set component in here that could do list or grid view, either way. And we created a entity view action mapping definition, EVAM. And we grabbed the data from our table and we mapped it over to something this component can understand. And what we're going to be working on next time is actually what happens when you click on one of these. So setting up the handlers, the events, setting up that page, setting up the data resource and how that page gets its data. And hopefully we'll also get to the game at that point. But that's kind of what we're going forward with this.
Thank you so much. I am excited. If everybody does the YouTube things and tells Brad and Chuck and whoever else runs this that they want us back on here, ideally we'll get to finish this and you guys can play the quiz show. Let's go ahead and end the share, and hopefully our faces will come back on. The magic happens behind the scenes, you know. Us ladies are so great. We have our own assistants. Their names are Chuck Tumasai and Brad Tiltoon. Sorry, Bard Tiltoon. So I've had a lot of fun. everybody, please let us know where people can find you. Drop your blog, your Twitter, your socials, your hashtags, and please rate your drink. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. So mine was an IPA. I'll rate it like a 4. They have another IPA that has like 2 different hops in it that I like better. So it was pretty good though.
I think that company might get a 8.75 out of 10 though, because of the messaging and the good good vibes that you get from drinking it. How about you, Nia?
My cider is one of my favorites. It's really yummy. I'd say this is a 4 or 5, also because Ashley did a great job today and we have some success.
Yes, no, again, Ashley, thank you so much. You did amazingly. Fun backstory. We were originally going to try this on the portal because we wanted to show you iBuilder and be super cool and awesome. But we were like, well, maybe if I can't figure it out, I guess we'll just have to do this. But Ashley was like, nah, guys, I got this. I got this. And she got it. Go ahead, Paige.
Yeah, sure. Are we rating these out of 5? I should know this at this point. But
I think so.
yeah, we'll go with 5. I'd probably say like a 4.5 even. It's really good if you like cream soda. The root beer is really good too. That I've had quite a bit. So it's tasty.
So the ServiceNow Dev Program account wanted to steal the fun and the shout out from somebody, and they found Chris's community post. Thank you so much for posting it. I started out with this wine and it was great. No, I didn't do the whole bottle. There was literally just like 1 glass left. And then I poured this one and I never even tasted it. Ugh, it doesn't taste like candied grapes like this one does. So this one gets a 5. This one gets a 2 for tasting like actual grown-up wine. It's awful. My husband started laughing over there. Oh no, I'm not that funny. But right, y'all can find me and Paige at womennow.dev. It's a blog where we try to be loud and proud about everything female identifying developer wise. And you can find the rest of our links there. Where can they find you at, Ashley?
So I have my blog, ashleysn.com. Try to keep it short and sweet.
And how about you, Nia?
I'm on Twitter at Nia McCash.
Thank you, ladies, very much. And yes, I did break all the rules by rating 2 drinks. Next week, I'll rate 3. Well, not next week, next time we're on here. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
I did actually have a question that seems kind of important. They want to know how to find the Dev MVP app in the wild.
Well, the Dev MVP app won't be published just yet. Ideally, it'll find its permanent home, maybe on a community developer instance. Cough. It just wasn't ready for us to work on it yet. But next time we're on, and ideally when we're done with it, we'll definitely be sharing it out so everybody can compare your scores and trivia knowledge on your favorite Dev MVPs. Any last questions? We good? Right. Our intern Brad Tiltoon needed to clean up the instance, like he just said in the chat. Now are we good to close out?
Yes.
Awesome. No complaints from Paige. So let's do this. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I hope everybody had fun. I hope y'all maybe learned something. If you did, it's all thanks to Nia, Paige, and Ashley. And I hope y'all have a happy Thursday. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.